Hey, what's up, Stringlings? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Mayfly Audio Terrain Deluxe tremolo. Let's check it out. So, you've been around for a while. You will have seen me demo this. This is the original Terrain tremolo. It's an optical tremolo from Mayfly Audio. It's a great little tremolo box. And one that's going on my gig board, as often they do, because I really like it. But Trevor May has released a new version that is a bigger pedal. It's a more complex pedal. It's a more complex circuit. It is the Terrain Deluxe. This is a harmonic tremolo, and we're going to go down to the desktop and take a little tour of this thing and see what it can do. Okay, we're down here on the desktop. We've got the Terrain Deluxe set up. And in front of it, I've got a gain chain from Axworks just to give us a little bit of distortion, see what this sounds like with something a little bit grittier going into it. And on the other end, we've got the Sunrise amp simulator, as we usually do. So this is kind of a, I guess you could say, classic rock country setup. Doesn't really matter, you know, what you want to do with this, but I'll just kind of give you an idea of what's going on with this pedal. Down here, you can already see the lights blinking here above where it says tap. This is the tap tempo, and if you are unfamiliar with tap tempos, really live, you can tap along with your foot and it will set that space based on the rate that you're tapping at. So it gives you a chance to be a little bit more musical with it as opposed to just setting everything, locking it in, and that will keep things nice and rhythmic. Over here on the controls, we've got the gain. This is the output volume for the pedal. But it's an overall output pedal volume. It's not the it's not like a mix. So this is actually going to control how much volume is going out into the rest of the signal chain. Okay, below that we have tone, and this is kind of a newish feature. This gives you a big sweep from kind of a darker to brighter tone. And then on the other side, we've got the typical tremolo controls, speed and depth. These will control, again, similar to the tap tempo, this will do the same thing. As you can see, it slows it right down or makes it go absolutely bonkers, right? And the depth is just how big these peaks and valleys are. That's all. When you're looking down the middle here, this is kind of where the Deluxe comes in. I should point out there are two expression pedals, so there's one for depth and one for speed, so you can control the depth and speed by way of expression pedals, as well as, you know, doing the tap tempo or twisting the knobs. So that's a really cool feature. And as well, down the middle here, we've got a switch to go from the normal to harmonic mode. We have a switch to choose between either a square wave, a sine wave, or a triangle wave. My personal favorite is the sine wave. I just find it's the smoothest and it suits what I do, but you do what you want. As well, there are 3 rhythm options. There's a quarter note, eighth note, and a triplet. And again, you kind of do the one that's going to fit the tempo and the rhythm of the music that you're playing. The bypass is, I believe it's true bypass. I'm going to double check here. Yep, full bypass using relays. And yeah, it's a fairly straightforward pedal in terms of what it does. It makes things go wobbly, wobbly, wobbly. Okay. The explanation here is that when you're in harmonic mode, it modulates the bass and treble frequencies separately. So it takes the treble frequencies and makes them wobble. It takes the bass frequencies, makes them wobble, and then it uses sort of some kind of electronic wiggly magic stuff that then recombines them on the way out. So this is where the optical harmonic expression comes from. We're going to play through a bunch of tones and see what it sounds like. I think this is going to be one of my favorite tremolo pedals. The original Terrain is also still available, and that's going on my gig board as well because it's compact. It doesn't have the harmonic function, but it's still a very, very, very good tremolo pedal. We have the review of that up as well. So just to give you a sense of where we're at, this is on the bridge pickup, and this is a Peg City Texan single coil bridge pickup. Now it's in tune. sorry, that's the neck pickup, my mistake. This is the bridge pickup. This is the bridge pickup as a humbucker. We're going to use that one just because we'll get a little bit more depth to the sound. We'll hear a little bit more from it. So that's, again, sunrise cleaned. And now everything's at noon, just to make sure we're doing speed and depth at the up position. Switch the pedal on, and this is where we get it. So that square wave is giving you a very abrupt in and out. Let's go to the 8th note and see if it comes a little clearer. Okay, go to the triplets, you'll see what I'm talking about. Right, go back to the quarter note, you'll see. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 8th note just so that we're somewhere in the middle, and I'm just going to, that's a little bit more tremolo sounding. It's really nice. I'm going to go to the sine wave. Here it's less jagged, right? It's just in and out, nice wavy sound. Compare that again. That one almost sounds like an echo. Which is fantastic sounding pedal. And then the triangle wave. So it's similar to the sine, but it's a bit more, well, it's a bit more pointed, right? So back to the sine wave. We're going to stay on the 8th note at the speed we're at. I'll just show you how wide the depth is. And the speed control. So you can have this as a nice kind of rotating pad texture. All right, or go. That's where we had it. We go totally bonkers. And all the way up. There it almost gets into like ring mod territory, right? Which is super cool, right? The gain control. Like I said, it's more of a full output volume, and the tone, which I happen to really like this feature. So it really mellows it out. Or you can go full brightness and just pop to the single coil here. Now that is all on the normal control. So let's just pop the controls over to the harmonic side. So this is normal again, kind of where we started. Let's go to the sine wave, sorry. All right, and go to the harmonic side. So if you listen very carefully on the transient side of that chord, you'll hear this is normal. Everything is sort of wavering all at once. When you go to the harmonic side, you'll hear the bass and treble frequencies are kind of doing a shimmer. Can you hear that? I mean, I imagine that in a full-blown mix with a band and tons of other effects going on, and that it wouldn't be like the most dramatic, but you can definitely see where starting to play a little bit with the sound. Let's go to the triangle wave. Just slow this guy down a bit, give him more depth, and you'll see. And if you look at the tap button here, just above it, these two indicators are showing the two separate bass and treble frequencies being subjected to this tremolo modulation, and it's very cool. It sounds very cool in my headphones anyway. That's a very nice, very, very shimmery effect. I really like that a lot, actually. It's sort of a little more reverb on the sunrise here. So we're going to switch this off for a second. I'm going to pop on the gain chain from Axworks. Let's take that reverb down a little bit. Okay, a little bit of grit. I don't have the gain turned up very high at all. It's actually quite low. You can go a lot higher than that. That's not what I want for this. I want this to be more like a drive. In fact, if I punch this, I just want to see where this goes. Take that back. Okay, so there's good beefy bit of distortion. Here is the normal mode on the Terrain Deluxe. And the harmonic mode. So it actually seems like it smooths it out a little bit because it's not doing the entire waveform as a tremolo kind of wobble. It's doing them separately and then recombining them in a mix, so it almost smooths out the edges of that. Just listen to it one more time, and I'm on the triangle wave. And then to the harmonic setting, sorry. Right? It doesn't make it weaker or anything, it's just smoother. Single coils. I'm gonna try a little copyright thing. A little bit more reverb. Yeah, we're gonna get noise from this because I'm using a single coil pickup. I don't have any noise gate on it. neck pickup. Get a little bit more bright, a little bit less depth, and a little bit more speed. Triplets. I have to take that speed down. Cool. So that was the Terrain Deluxe from Mayfly Audio. What did you think? Let me know down in the description. I think it's actually a really, really great upgrade. I did talk to Trevor. He did say that the original Terrain is going to be still available as a sort of a lower cost option. So you've got an option, basically the Terrain Deluxe. Take your pick. I'm very happy to have both of them because it means that I can have more than one tremolo on more than one board, which is amazing. I really, really think, having that little bit of extra shimmer that comes from the harmonic tremolo, it just adds a little bit of extra sauce, to the mix. So, definitely one I'm going to be working with quite a bit more. I want to see what else I can pull out of it. This was a very quick introduction and overview, but I think we got a lot of really cool tones out of it, especially, running through the Mayfly Sunrise with a little bit of reverb just really gives it a really nice lush feel. And I think the Terrain is a great name for it. I think it just gives you that sense of space and presence. So that's it for today. Let me know what you think down in the description. If you want to become a member, you'll get some added perks. That link is down in the description. Do not forget to join the Woods and Strings newsletter. There's just over 5,000 people, I think, have subscribed to that. And I don't send out a ton of newsletters. I don't send out a ton of mail, but it keeps you posted on what I'm doing here, what's going on in the studio, which ongoing project, but we'll get some updates to you as soon as that happens. And in the meantime, like I said, subscribe, go check out Mayfly. All of their links are down in the description as well. And have yourselves a great week or weekend wherever we are when we land. And I will talk to you again really soon.